No, I'm just kidding, Dad.
Don't lie, man. It's okay.
I just somebody that
Hey, see, Adam already put his name over there, man. That's messed up.
I don't know how to do it because my name's always there. Because
Yeah, you just click on guest and you can change it.
Right now?
I can't. No.
Oh, I did. Okay.
What?
Let me see. What can I call myself? Wang Chung tonight?
Please don't.
Okay.
Please don't.
What just happened? I double clicked on accident. Now it's huge. There we go. I think.
Oh, that's misspelled with Chichi.
How does that? Oh my god.
How do you misspell it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're live, so don't say anything like bad.
Like,
I was just about to.
You just about. Hey.
yeah. So, is this a PG version?
No.
PG-13.
This is a very it's gonna be a racial stream for sure.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of topics that I just been happening back to back lately.
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad.
I don't even know what the topics are. You didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, no. Because you don't need to know. Because I kind of want you guys all going blind on these because I want your guys' honest opinion. Not what everybody's been talking about. Stop! Adam. Who the hell clicked on
It
it?
wasn't me.
Stop, Dad. I hate
that was
hearing
your-
myself.
That was your mama.
Mom, no. Quit it.
Hey, he said stop.
I hear myself.
I hear myself.
Stop.
I'm doing what?
You're listening to him.
I'm listening to him on
I know he can hear the background. He's like an echo.
Instagram. I'm not on live.
I know, but he said that he can hear the echo.
Oh my bad.
He said her bad.
I hear Dad. We'll be live in about. I'll give it another minute just to let people get in here. Maybe two. Adam, quit it. If you guys don't mind, though, you guys can share it. Just saying.
Okay. Hey, I got a question though.
What's up?
On my phone, what do I click on so I can watch it?
I'm not gonna have anything up, so we'll be
Oh.
fine. I mean, you can watch it still to give me a viewer, I guess.
That's what I do.
Just click twitch.tv/Pixmarta on my link, like that video on Facebook. Just click it. Click that link and it'll take you to it.
And then you can just see everybody's chats.
Yep.
All right, give me a moment. All right. I'll be back after these messages.
The word from our sponsors. Someday.
Where in the... Okay. Do I have to hit lips, Twitch?
Lips? Yeah, lips.
Twitch. Oh, hey, do I log in? Hey, I don't have a login.
You don't gotta log in.
It says because I switched phones.
You don't know your login from your last one? Make another one.
Let me just check.
Give me another follower.
Hey, wait. You said go through Facebook, you said?
Yeah, it just says twitch.tv/Pixmarta.
Let me see something. You know what? I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go blind, like you said.
You just don't want to do it.
Thank you, hon.
Hey, tell Mom to share my post on Facebook.
Share your page on his page on Facebook, honey. She said, okay. I'm going to grab a booty.
Dad,
Sorry.
that's my mom.
Hey.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Man.
Damn, Adam. Nothing. Just saying, damn, Adam. It's like, damn, Daniel. You know.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn.
You know what's crazy, Dad? You
Yeah.
live like 5 years in the past.
I do, huh?
Like that.
Today's man, Daniel.
No, it's damn Adam now.
No, that's Adam.
Adam.
Adam, damn it. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a little behind. There's a song that come out on the radio. I'm like, oh man, I like this song. The next thing you know, like that, that's like 3 years ago.
Because you're listening on freaking 98.1 or 106.5.
Are you on TikTok, Oscar?
Huh?
I said, you on TikTok?
TikTok.
He doesn't know what that is.
I feel like he's really good at it.
Swear, dude, he sent me a picture or no, a video because my sister was at Dollar Tree and Peppa Pig thing. He said, Peppa,
Yeah, I saw that.
what are you doing? He would be so good at TikTok. You need to
Oh,
make
dude.
one, Dad.
Okay.
I swear, you'll have followers within like a week, guaranteed.
Think so?
I swear. You're just
Alright.
you're just a perfect amount of funny and awkward.
Yeah, I'm not all there.
Alright, I'm gonna do the intro.
All right. Is it like music?
No music.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Get Perspective podcast, where we talk about things and everything. It's episode 8, right? My co-host Adam, as always, and we're here with my dad, Oscar.
How am I going to change my name and like trying to promote myself? And you're going to cut that out of the stream.
Did I? Hold on 1 second.
Oh man.
Hold on, Adam's.
So I have to cut. I'm trying to promote myself. What?
What do you got?
You got your name on there, man.
I'm gonna put Chichi TikTok.
TikTok.
There, Adam. You happy?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, anything interesting happened to you guys this week that you guys want to talk about before we get into it?
Interesting?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
I had the most boring week.
I maxed out in Borderlands.
You did what?
I got max level in Borderlands.
What happened?
Just the way you said it. He spit all that in his hand.
Dude, I
He
missed
said
it.
you
I don't
did
know what
what?
Oh man. And then, I guess.
It's funny. We got him perfect, like as he was falling.
Oh man.
So we're gonna go from like the newest news. I guess like this is more of a dad kind of news. I just added this like today. But what do you think about Antonio Brown getting cut by the Patriots? Dad?
Oh.
I don't know shit about
Yeah, I don't know, man, because there was a lot of talk about how they worked it out, how he got in with the Patriots.
Well, because he
It
wasn't
was
even
almost
trying.
like karma. Yeah, but I think it was almost like karma, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he was with the Browns, I believe, first. No?
It was Raiders. He
Raiders,
came
yeah.
From the Raiders to the Patriots.
Yeah, and he didn't really do anything with the Raiders at all because he didn't want to be on the team.
Yeah, he was coming up with all kinds of excuses about what the helmet didn't fit him and all this.
Like
stuff.
something about his like ankle hurt or something.
Yeah, something all of a
There was
sudden.
no injury, but they couldn't make him play, whatever.
Yeah.
So then he got on with the Patriots, and then they basically were like, "We don't want you." And
Oh, after all those accusations. I don't
Just
know.
looked it up.
do you think it was like more of like to save face as a Patriots because they don't really need him. They have they have like a 6'8" giant that can catch a football. You know what I mean? They don't need Antonio Brown. So do you think it was kind of like we don't need the bad publicity already, so we're gonna get rid of him, or it's more of like hey, we don't like your attitude, we're letting you go.
I think it was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I don't like people like that are just like in it for the money, not for the love of the game.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people were saying like, "Damn, damn, Adam, not really."
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but I mean, he's never gonna be in NFL again. I don't think.
That was
I don't
about
think anybody wants him after that.
Yeah.
If they do, man, I'd be surprised, really.
But I mean, I also think second chances are always at hand. He's gonna think, hey, my attitude's got to change, or no one, that's my job. That's his job. I mean, he's not gonna. He's jeopardizing a future just because he's a baby.
I saw something on Facebook today. It was kind of messed up, man. Where it was him and Colin Kaepernick. He said, "Hey, you want to play catch?" And I was like, "Damn, that's messed up, man." People are so cruel, man. I mean, I didn't want to laugh, but
That's really funny though, because they're both controversial. Nobody wants that publicity.
Right. I don't know.
They're
man.
good players. I mean, no one's gonna take that away from them. They just
No.
They just don't want what comes with them, the package.
Yeah, and people are quick to jump on it. Believe me, they have. I guess they got a lot of time on their hands to come up with shit like that.
Yeah, the memes are insane. There was a bunch of memes about the news behind Tekashi 6ix9ine lately that were making me laugh so hard. Like, do you know who Tekashi is, Dad? I don't know if you do. Well, he basically you don't really have to know what he does. He was just a rapper that would claim to be, I think, Blood affiliate, like in the gang.
Oh,
And he got caught doing something, and he is now ratting people out, like in court. Like he's literally just blaming everybody and anybody. So
he's still going to jail.
yeah,
Still
but
he's just trying to lighten his sentence.
Yeah, lighten his sentence. But what do you think about that, Dad? Like a snitch, I think the sentence was 47 years.
Oh yeah.
And they're trying to cut it in half.
Try to bring everybody down as you can,
But what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I don't know about snitches, man. You know what I mean? You know what they say. I don't know that little rhyme, but
snitches get stitches.
Yeah, man.
But don't you think he's dead either way? Like, if he goes to jail 27 years, in jail, nobody likes snitches, so he's going to get killed or beat up in jail. But
he's gonna get hurt eventually.
But say he gets out, like, well, how he hoping the boys on the street are going to get him.
After snitching find out what he's doing. Yeah.
Who was it? Jim Jones? He called Jim Jones and Cardi B are like the two big ones. I heard him call out.
Yeah. He called out Cardi B hard.
So when did this start? Just recently?
Yeah, his trial's been going on for a while, but he's like, every time he's in the news, he's ratting out somebody different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's just.
That's where the memes are coming from.
Oh, dude, that was a perfect meme. I forgot to save it. Oh my god. Oh, there was a meme where it's like Tekashi 6ix9ine about to release the Krabby Patty formula and shit like that. Like they're just ratting out everybody. It was making me laugh so hard because he doesn't care anymore. He's dead either way, so he's just bringing people down.
Man.
But in that situation, Dad, what would you do? If you had a chance to lighten your sentence by half besides going to jail for 47 years, you'll go for 22.
I don't know. Either way, I feel like I'm going to get my ass kicked if I said anything. So might as well just enjoy the free food and the free ride.
Right.
And not worry about it.
So you'll take the years on the chin?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
What about you, Adam?
I'd have to take it too. I think it'd be worse getting.
Because you already fucked up. Why would you try to lessen your sentence by being like an asshole, basically? Like you're just gonna do your time.
Just do it, man. I mean, it's just pretty messed up. He has to do that, though. You know what I mean? He's just trying to blame the world, and for whatever he did.
And stuff that's not really even involved in what he did. It's stuff that like he just knows about because he's been in. He was in the inn.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to get him to rat out his gang.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But he wasn't really in the gang. Like he just did that for clout. Really, that's what they were saying.
He was affiliated with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he knew of them.
Okay.
And like he did stuff like racketeering charges and stuff like that. But yeah, they're trying to get him to rat out everybody.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Are they even buying it?
Yeah, because they're serious charges.
Oh, okay.
Cardi B saying she was affiliated with him.
Yeah. But,
oh, really?
Well, not anymore.
But not like the way that he's saying, though. Maybe.
I don't know the specifics because I didn't look into the court case. I was honestly just looking at the memes of him ratting out everybody. It's actually insane.
Mm.
I don't think I could rat out, even if I don't really mess with you. But if I got caught, I don't think I could rat you out. Like, just because it's just like you said, it's just snitches get stitches, and it's just not a good look. It really isn't. Even if it was just for like a year, like I still wouldn't.
1 year?
Even if it was for a year, and like
if we were in a gang and you got 1 year and they said, if you snitch this guy out right now, we'll send you home.
No, especially if it was just a year. I'll just take the year. Good behavior. I'll be out in 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be on parole.
Little sore ass, but you'll be all right.
Well, I'd have respect at least.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a sore ass and a sore face. Beat the shit out of me.
Oh man,
that's
kind of rough right there, man. Trying to. I don't know.
I mean, how old is he?
I think he's our age.
Yeah, he's not. I think he's like 23 or something.
Yeah.
So I get where like
his life is gone.
Yeah, his life is gone.
Damn.
And he just became like a big rapper. He's making all this money. So I get kind of where he's coming from, but still.
I'm just scared. Like I wouldn't want to die for it though.
Yeah.
He's just crying for his life, man. He's just trying to throw everybody down.
It's crazy.
Or bring everybody down with him.
But like before even his kids, he was fucking around with underage girls too. Like I mean, he it's not like he was like a perfect person before this. So like he's literally just an asshole.
Yeah, well, they caught up with him.
Adam, you have a spider on your wall. Quail said.
I've been killing a lot of spice myself. I'm fucking joking like that. I don't know where they're coming from.
Speaking of disappointing news, I guess Area 51 raid. It didn't happen. Like everybody signed up for the Area 51. They're gonna raid Area 51, get the aliens out, and everybody was so hyped. It was supposed to happen yesterday.
Well, alien stock happened.
Oh my god, yeah, but it wasn't.
Music festival.
They're not storming the base. No. There was one guy on the news that Naruto ran past the camera, which was hilarious.
There was a lot of people like that following Twitter, like actually showed up that day to Area 51.
Yeah.
I don't know if they went for alien stock or just for like the meme of it.
They went and everybody was posting like, hey, they won't let us pass. That's all they were posting.
That's the one that we're supposed to have a big old party out there or something, whatever?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did have it?
Yeah, it's still going on. I think it's for 4 days.
They're having the party, but they were supposed to go into the actual base, they said.
Oh.
I was so looking forward to people running towards the base.
On that news. That fucking news reporter.
Yeah.
I came back to him and he saw like that fucking guy knocked her.
There was a video where, do you know what a Naruto run is, Dad? It's how Ezo was running, where her arms behind her back. Do you remember that?
I look like I froze again, huh? It's when I don't know something. Like...
Yeah.
No, I don't know how was she running.
She would run straight and like she would like run with her arms back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's called the Naruto run, and it's what weebs do.
weaves.
So like when they were interviewing the people, the dude ran past the camera guy running like that. It was hilarious. Yeah. People aren't ready for the secrets Area 51 holds yet. The world isn't ready for Minecraft Steve doing the whip and nay. Jesus Christ, Quail, you're such a troll.
The nay.
Yeah.
I'm just way with you.
Oh, this is a fucking
Oh, nay.
yeah. Well,
So in the news about comedy, there's a couple of different things. Bill Burr just came out with his special, and of course it was Have you seen it, Dad? I don't know if you watch it.
No, the one that about his life and stuff.
That's every comic, I guess. No,
I mean the one that's just barely. I forget what he came out on. I know what you're talking about. I think.
Bill Burr, like he basically came out with another stand-up, an hour, and it was kind of political again, like people, but like nobody gave a shit about it. Like no one gave it bad reviews like Dave Chappelle got. Like Dave Chappelle got so much shit for making it all about transgenders and blacks and whatever. And then Bill Burr did the same thing, but I don't see a lot of backlash. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Bill Burr is like a guy that I know he's like controversial, but I agree with like most everything he says.
Me too. But like Dave Chappelle said some stuff that not everybody agree with, and he gets shit on like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. But Bill Burr does basically the same thing and doesn't get any shit for it. Like I don't understand. I know you got to watch both of the specials to understand where I'm coming from, but
Probably.
Dave Chappelle was basically talking about the LGBTQ community, but like the way he went about it, I don't agree with because he just kept saying, the F word, not fuck,
Really?
but Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
He, that's just how he is. Even way back in the Chappelle show, that's just how he talked. He would say the N word hard R'ing it. That's just how he is. His comedy is more of the shock factor comedy. But in 2019, you can't really have that kind of comedy anymore. You can't say things to get a whoa because that whoa is going to turn into a hashtag. It just, people are really easily offended. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
He,
Sorry.
it's not, I don't know. The way Bill Burr described, but the issues was kind of more educated, more than funny, I guess you could say. He says some really funny things, but he also says some things that if any other comic would say it, they'd be canceled. He basically said, I want to go drive by a women's rally and just yell, you guys should just stay in the kitchen where you guys belong. He said that's his dream to do that. That's funny. I thought it was hilarious, but people nowadays are going to be offended by that. It's sexism.
Yeah.
no, that was you said that's Dave Chappelle that said that.
No, that was Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
But like Dave Chappelle said something like almost equal to that, and he gets shit for it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say black and white. That's not where I'm going with it. I'm just saying there's double standards because Bill Burr is a very respected comic. That's all that is. And Dave Chappelle is a controversial comic. And I just want to know where the line is drawn with those kind of jokes.
I could not tell you because like they're the exact same from what I'm hearing, and I don't know. I like both of them, but they just I don't know.
Even though a lot of people don't want to say it, you think it does still come down to the black and white thing?
And to an extent, I think, because the people are just really hypersensitive. Like, you can't say because I'm black, but they'll be very critical of Dave Chappelle more because he's been out of the limelight, and then he does say a lot of controversial stuff. I don't want to say it's because he's black, but it's because he just came from a background of where that's just how they grew up talking. You know what I mean?
I mean, you would think also that, by him being like that and everybody knows that he's going to talk that way, that he wouldn't get as much shit because they know who he is. You know what I mean?
But he fell off the face of the earth for a couple years,
Right.
and I think that's where he fucked up because it's a whole different world. In 5 years, we went from saying the F word and the hard R'ing on national television to not being able to even say that in your private life. You know what I mean? Like everybody will be offended by it now. Like it's racist. I'm not saying it's racist. I'm not saying it's not homophobic either. Saying those words, but they used to be accepted, and people don't realize that.
Yeah.
And that brings me to another topic. Like, how do you guys feel about them? People getting jeopardized for what they said in 19 years ago in 2000. People are bringing that past up and trying to get them for it.
It always pissed me off when that happens because I feel like that's like a really like low blow.
Yeah, because it's a different
Or
time.
like, yeah, like I'm not saying like, yeah, like times do change. So stuff like you said, stuff is acceptable back then, and it's way out of line now. So stuff they said, why are you bringing that up? When that was like, I'm not saying it was okay to say at that time, but it was more like,
No, well, whatever.
I'm not gonna get in trouble saying
Yeah.
that.
It's a sensitivity, man. I think it's just getting more and more sensitive.
But what?
I mean, because back then, like you said, it wasn't. I mean, maybe you did get in trouble a little bit, but they didn't make a big thing about it.
But you did. I don't think anybody got in trouble back in the day. I remember in I say 2005. I say that. It's not even recent. That was still 14 years ago. It's crazy. But a South Park sketch. The Wheel of Fortune. Everybody knows it and everybody laughs at it. It's the funniest thing in the world because it's a shock factor. It's not because that word is funny. It's because they cannot believe he said it on national television. That word was not bleeped on Comedy Central. You know what I mean? Everybody heard it. You knew what he said. And nowadays, that show would have been canceled. But they're not getting shit for that. But people are.
But he didn't say the actual word.
Yes, he did. He said the exact word, unbleeped, uncut, on Comedy Central. Dad,
Yeah,
I promise you.
he said it was an A.
But he said it. He yelled it out loud.
No, it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he said it.
I'm sorry, A. People.
It's funny because it's like, why the hell can he say that? Why did he say that? It's a shock factor comedy, and the way they did it was hilarious. But you even bring up that word in conversation, you're canceled now. So why was it okay for South Park creators to say that on national television, and then somebody, a person, say that as a shock factor joke, like Ralphie May, God bless his soul, he's dead, but he used to say that in his comedy sketches, and no one gave him shit about it. But if people found out that, say Ralphie May was still alive, said that before, like, Ralphie May would be canceled. Nobody would listen to anything he said because he used to say that word casually. Why is that? Like, there's always double standards to everybody.
It's always gonna change.
Yeah,
It's impossible to pinpoint like how people are feeling nowadays.
and I know a lot of black.
Someone's gonna fuck up and say like a word that someone doesn't like, and that word's gonna blow up, and now we can't say that word anymore.
And
you think it's how you say it?
And for another long list.
But like, it's not even how you say it. It's when you said it. Like, another example of somebody getting canceled for what they said back in the day. Everybody know the Kevin Hart scandal. He basically told.
They pulled up tweets and he basically said, "I'm not doing the show anymore," or something like that, right?
Yeah, so he pulled up tweets of back in the day of him saying that if my son played with dolls, I'd say stop it, that's gay. So that's like a homophobic tweet. But it was just like, you can't say that now, but that tweet was back probably 10 years ago. And
we used to say that word to say something was stupid.
Yeah, exactly. We used to say that, and not saying that's okay, because obviously it's just something we did. It was almost like a slang. I know that's so fucked up to say, but it was. The F word was something that used to be said to call someone stupid. It wasn't to say you were gay, I hate you for being gay. That was never the case.
Yeah, it's just like I said. It's got to be just people getting real sensitive because we used to just everybody. I mean, I'm guilty of saying a bunch of that shit, man.
Me too.
But when people really dig into it a lot and they go back so many years, like 10, 20, 30 years, even like this guy in the news, what's his name? Wasn't he as a senator or whatever he
Prime
is
Minister
now?
of Canada.
I'm sorry, I'm not want to get all political or nothing like that.
No,
But I'm just
I was
saying
about to bring this up.
that's an example, you know what I mean, of how they dig way back there because they don't like the guy. That's it, period.
It was 2001, and the elections are coming up.
Man, if they don't like you, dude, they're gonna dig up all your damn what do you call it, skeletons and shit.
Yeah,
That's it. That's what it comes down to. And it only takes one person, and that motherfucker won't stop.
but he
I can't say motherfucker. Sorry.
and he can. But in his
I mean, you can still say
the
that.
thing
Yeah,
is,
that's not towards anybody. I just said motherfucker.
he was blackface back in 2001.
Yeah, that guy.
He dressed up on multiple occasions as blackface. Me personally, that's fucked up. To anybody to dress up as blackface, that's fucked up. I don't care what year it was. Back in the day, KKK used to do that. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where that blackface came from. I don't know if it's because I'm colored as well, but I don't ever find that okay. Like I'm not trying to be a social justice warrior saying, oh, he should be canceled, but I don't ever remember thinking, oh, I'm going to dress up as blackface because it's funny. Like, I never thought that was funny.
It wasn't.
Like, I think that was always historically racist.
Yeah, I mean, what else are they trying to say?
Exactly. You're like, oh, I'm just dressing up as Lil Wayne, but, I mean, you can still do that. You can get dreads, you can get a grill, you can get fake tattoos, but you don't got to paint your face black, you know what I mean?
Right.
It just,
I mean,
it blows my mind.
You have to ask the guy, hey, can I dress like you? But you really can't, you know what I mean? Because it's the people around you too that matter, or that think all those things. You can, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, even in the work field, a person that you're talking to, it's just you and that person, but anybody on the sides listening, you're done.
Yep.
You're in trouble, buddy.
I think it's kind of just funny because this didn't come out. It's been out since 2001. It's public knowledge that he used to do that, but since the re-elections are coming up for Prime Minister of Canada, they all of a sudden surface. Like, do you think that's kind of like fucked up timing?
Yeah, because they wait. I'm telling you, there's somebody that doesn't want this guy to win or doesn't like, they dislike him, and they look up anything
and everything.
But they had it in their back pocket. Yeah. They already knew. Like that's what I'm saying. They held on to it. They could have brought it to light at the beginning so he could do it, but like it's all about the numbers, and it's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even have to be like him and being in the blackface. It could have been him being in a fat suit or something or anything. But is he making fun of big women now, or it could have been somebody, anything. They'll just dig up and they find it in the law books or whatever. That's, hey, that's just not right.
I just don't like this cancel culture where we're coming across where you are responsible for everything you were and are now. Like, I was a whole different person back in the day. I would never repeat some of the shit I said back in the day because of how like inconsiderate and like blatantly like racist it was. Like, but like I didn't say that to be racist. I just said it because it was a word that people used to say. I didn't say it because I'm homophobic. That's just people. That's what people used to say. You used to call each other F word. You used to call each other gay all the time. Like just what you did. And it's not. I didn't mean to hurt their feelings. It was just like saying someone's stupid. But you can't even say the R word now.
What's that word? Ruh.
Yeah.
What's ruh? What's R for real?
Retarded.
What is it? Rhyme. Make something that rhymes with it.
It's retarded. I'm just telling you the word.
The word. It doesn't rhyme.
It's not. The word's not retarded.
I was looking for something that rhymed. What's 300 degrees higher?
But yeah, you can't say that word anymore.
Oh yeah. What do they use now?
I don't know.
Mentally challenged
Probably.
or special.
It's mentally capable or some shit like that. It has to be positive. You can't say challenge because that's a negative connotation that they're challenged. No, they're
Well, I
Handicap.
don't know. Well,
handy capable. Yeah, because they're not handicapped because that's a negative. They're handy capable.
I mean, why do they make handicap stickers?
They're handy capable stickers.
They don't say handicap. Well,
Free parking spot.
I'm handicapable, and they don't spell that. It doesn't sound like that on my.
All right, it
Well,
says
when I
handicap.
sound it up, yeah, it's handicap.
It's just everything had. It's bullshit to me because like people are just what is it? Where you're entitled to everything nowadays. Like you can't lose at anything. Everybody has to be a winner. Just makes me so mad.
Well, even in sports now, you can't. Everybody's a winner now.
You get an 8th place trophy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
last
well,
place,
you
dog.
know,
You didn't get an 8th place trophy. You suck.
yeah, you can't call them losers
Right.
or winners. No, you're not in the loser column no more. Everybody wins
Right. Nowadays, you can't even get first place trophies.
because you make them. You have to make them feel like everybody's
Right.
necessary or like special. Well, they're not special. You know what I mean?
It's everybody has to be a winner. No one can be a loser, and it's ridiculous. Like you're
But that right there is also to bring in their goals and their dreams lower to a lower standard. If you ask me, though, that's my opinion only. You know, you don't have to.
I agree.
No one's gonna try harder if they.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you try to shoot for a goal, man. If I'm gonna win at 8th place, well, shit, I'm gonna stay in 8th place. You know what I mean?
Uh huh. That's why. That's kind of how the grade system works for me. Like if I got a D, I passed. I mean, I'm still going to the next grade. That's kind of like.
Hey, I stuck by that shit, and I like it.
I think all three of us here did the bare minimum to get by.
But you have to do that in school because I mean, if you can't like have everyone get like A's because there's some stuff people just can't do.
Exactly.
Like I'm saying like your sports or whatever, but like I mean, if you can't do that sport, you can do another sport. In high school, you have to take these classes.
Right.
And if like someone's not good at math, they're always gonna fail that math class. You can't get an A in that class.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I suck at math too.
I'm pretty good at math. Like that's the one subject I got A's all the time
Numbers just fried my brain.
in.
I look at a page and it's like, nope.
I went through all kinds of math classes, and I ended up with math too. That was the highest.
It blows my mind how they expect everybody to learn the exact same way, even though we're all different. Because
Right.
when we're from the moment we go into preschool, from the moment we are in high school, like I would say even through college, we kind of learn the same shit, which is ridiculous because there's a million different jobs in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I wanted to work with my hands, they should be a class starting when I was little that I want to go and work with my hands.
Yeah, like a technical school.
Yeah, something like, oh, I like computers. Let's go into that. And if I don't end up liking them, like you still have K through 12 to figure out what you do. Not K through 12, you're learning this exact shit now in college. Figure out what you're gonna do. That's not the same as everybody else. Like you can't do that to kids. Like the education system is fucking ridiculous. You can't expect somebody that's been learning one thing their entire life to be like, oh, I also want to do this, you know? But like, oh, but you have to go 8 more years to do that because kindergarten through 12, you did something that you didn't need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If they wanted to be a doctor when you're little, they should start them in 5th grade learning the, you know, different body parts. Take anatomy. Anatomy isn't hard. You're just learning differently. You're just learning body parts. You're learning medicine. You're learning different stuff. If someone wanted to be a doctor, put them in those anatomy classes earlier rather than having an elective when you're in high school. You don't even have to take it unless you already know you're going to be a doctor.
But what about like somebody like me that I don't know what I want to do still.
You can literally just go to the workforce. You can take classes for the workforce. I don't know what I want to do. I thought I wanted to be a programmer. Well, I went into school trying to be IT. I didn't want to be in IT because all you do is work at a desk. I wanted more hands-on. So like, yes, programming is at a desk, but you're making something. You're making something out of numbers and letters.
Yeah.
That's the difficult. They're trying to make us all like a jack of all trades. Like, even if you
don't understand math.
you still took a math class. You still have a very basic understanding of how to do that. So even if like your job does incorporate math, you can still do it a little bit.
I understand that too.
I mean, I think everybody should
Super
have.
hard.
Go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, it's still like you take like hundreds of these kids and you throw them in the same class. I mean, you're gonna get some of them right.
Yeah.
Right.
Even like a basic understanding.
Hate school.
I think the kindergarten through fifth maybe do basic stuff. But if somebody does like say, hey, I kind of saw this, I want to learn this, like put them up a grade, but like keep them at like fifth grade math. You know what I mean? Like if like they don't offer it at this school, but maybe this school does, and but like in that area, that's kind of how. But like we don't have the funding for that either, though. That's the problem too. We don't have the school funding. That's like the least of the problems.
Right. They don't have the books for all that stuff too, or the technology, or the money. Yeah, money to buy all the technology you need for all that, man.
My books are falling apart.
Yeah.
So they just
My book, I remember in fourth grade, didn't even have a hard back on it. I had the spine was off. It was just soft back, just flipping through it like a text, like a notebook. But everybody else had hard book.
If they would make books cost $400.
Yeah. It's just that's something to do with the whole different the industry we're in.
Because they know they need them, they're gonna make money off of them.
Yeah.
So charge more for it. That's what's happened to that pharmaceutical guy.
Oh yeah, he made a patent to a drug that saves lives and cures cancer, and was like $1 million a pop basically. And so like, what an asshole! He can do that because he has the rights to it, but like, you're literally saying the only way you're gonna live is if you pay $50,000 a pill. Like, the morality is ridiculous in this country. It's all about the money.
I'm saying like school books are that bad, but there's definitely like
they have a monopoly on it.
Charging a little
because the fact that say I have a book that teaches the same shit but aren't the right page numbers for that class, they're saying you can't use that book. You have to use the book that we said you have to use. But it says it has the same content in it. It's just not by the number, so they can't teach a whole class by it. You know what I mean? And they're charging digitally too. They're charging for a digital copy for the book. It didn't take you any money to make that digital. You're basically hosting a server one time, and somebody's just copying and pasting that server. That's all it is. And you're charging us $90 for that, for words on a fucking website. It's just stupid. I'd rather have free books and had advertisements on every other page than fucking pay $80 for a book that I'm going to use for a year. It's ridiculous. If they were that worried about money, I would not mind using a book with advertisements on it. Like, easy like problem for both people. Because I don't go to school personally, but my fiance goes to school, and we have to pay for that shit. She paid $500 in books. Like,
I was thinking of like in the middle of class and your teacher says, "No, a word from our sponsors."
You're right.
Pulled out a fucking Blue Apron ad read.
Hey, you know what? There was a movie like that, man. Was that with Carrey?
What's up?
Jim Carrey. Is it Jim Carrey?
What movie?
Something Thurman.
Uma Thurman?
It was his life was since he was little has been like in the camera. It was since he was a baby he grew up in front of a camera, so everything around him was fake. The people did the same thing every day.
I think it's a documentary, but it's not. It's like a biography. Is that what it's called?
But what is it? Something Truman or wait. he came out of his house. It was the same person, the same people. They all
The Truman
So he-
Show. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Truman Show, man.
Yes,
You said Truman. I was like, that does sound familiar.
Yeah,
I
because
remember that.
that's what. Damn, how did we get there?
An ad read.
Ad reads.
No, because I'm just saying that it was like, God, Torsi, man. I don't know why I went blank. We just, help me.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say, Dad.
No, we were on that subject, and I said, man, it's just like on that.
We were talking about the teacher stopping the middle of class for an ad read.
Yeah, they would advertise in the middle of his life. You know, like,
Oh
man,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's kind of scary because that's kind of the world we're coming into now. Like everything's gonna have a sponsor. Like
Man, that's crazy.
fucked up. Like I was thinking of what like Oscar was saying. I was like, imagine like Coca-Cola paying somebody to stand next to like some famous person, and they pay that famous person for every like hour or something. Like he's on TV. That person has to get in front of him and sponsor Coca-Cola.
yeah.
It's crazy, man. You know. Oh, remember the ones that were sneaking and they were advertising stuff behind when there were people on the camera too. They did that.
Yeah.
Fucking
It was a girl. She became famous on the internet or something because she was holding up stuff like that, and they were advertising their product, man, right there. Whether people were interviewing.
It blows my mind because there's people like that now. Like, you don't know what's real or fake anymore online because
No.
there's people that are just getting paid to.
Hulu has live sports.
It's becoming a brand deal for everything. Everything has a brand by it. Like, say Dad was like right now he's on TV, but like let's say the Cowboys were, paying him right now to be just in the public eye. Exactly. See, like you have Cowboys all around you. You're a walking advertisement, Dad. That's what it is.
Right. I wish the Cowboys would be sponsored with this.
That's kind of like.
That reminds me of fucking. You ever seen Wayne's World?
Yeah.
Where they're doing they're talking to the guy and he's like, out of nowhere he just. He opens a pizza box and it's fucking right in the middle of the screen.
That's just how it is. It's getting ridiculous. Like they're just subtle, but you like, say David Dobrik. Every time you see him, he has a Red Bull in his hand. He doesn't have to say he's sponsored by Red Bull.
He just has to have.
But he just has to only drink Red Bull while he's on camera. And it's sick. Everything is something to make money. I don't know how we got on this topic.
I don't either, but you know how it is.
I think we were talking about cancel culture, and then all of a sudden we're talking about advertising and money.
That's why I got thrown off on that Truman stuff because he was talking about advertising. Well,
Another thing about, I guess, political correctness. This guy, I think, is a hardcore racist. His name's Shane Gillis. He was announced earlier this week that he was a new regular on the SNL live show, like, SNL, Saturday Night Live. He was going to be inducted into the regular cast, but out of nowhere, people started bringing up his past, and he says chink, he says the F word, he says, he just has a lot of views about, racism and sexism and homophobia, and they basically, SNL had to announce today that they're no longer going in the direction of Shane Gillis.
wow.
So he got canceled quick. But his podcasts were pretty racist, though. Like, in their defense, I guess they didn't look that deep into him, because literally the first video of Shane Gillis is a podcast of him telling talking to a waitress and saying, "Oh, this chink didn't know what the fuck I was talking about." What I'm pointing to it. You know, he's kind of being a bigot about somebody not knowing the language.
That's yeah. I mean, there's certain ways to joke about stuff like that, but that didn't sound like you sound like you meant it.
Yeah. He basically his excuse was I'm a comedian. I live on the edge. Sometimes my joke miss, but that's not a joke. That's kind of just like a point of view of what you're saying is like learn our language or get the fuck out. And yeah, I don't agree with that either. So I'm kind of glad he got canceled, but I'm still over the cancel culture. I'm still over them bringing up past because it's different if he said that 10 years ago. That was like 2 years ago. That was not recent. I think the recent one that he was on, it was a couple months ago. It wasn't even that long ago. And he was talking like that.
And that was on Saturday Night Live?
No, he was supposed to be on Saturday Night Live, but they started looking at his old podcast. As soon as people started looking at it, he deleted that whole channel. So that's not a good look. As soon as you delete your channel after a controversy,
Guilty.
yeah, you're guilty. It doesn't matter what was on it anymore. You're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can go into this since we're on like controversial stuff. What do you guys think in general? I have an example, but in general, how do you guys feel about trans people, joining the sport of the opposite, or not the opposite sex of their preferred gender?
Stupid.
Like a man saying, "I identify as a woman, so I should be in the WNBA."
I think it was Steven Crowder talked about. There was a guy that identified as a female, so he was a weightlifter. So he went to the female weightlifting circuit, whatever bracket. I don't know how like weightlifters are classified.
Right.
But he broke every record.
Because he's a woman, and he's the strongest woman alive now.
He's a man.
No, you can't say that. He's a woman.
Or
she's a woman.
He's a man.
It's got, and that word, it's got both anyway. So it's woman. You don't know. I'm just saying.
It's biologically, he has an unfair advantage. He's basically the equivalent of a woman taking steroids. He has testosterone in him. Doesn't matter if he identifies that. Like, girls have what? Isn't it estrogen and like different types of hormones? I mean, guys have testosterone that is naturally produced to build broader shoulders and more muscle.
Men are biologically bigger.
Exactly, and you can't argue that. Like weakest man. I'm
sure people could left and
right. They will.
They will, but it's science that males are biologically bigger than females. And that's why we're split, because I think he brought up a video of like it was the world record for the woman's squat or something, which was only like 200 something pounds.
Yeah.
But then like you see like the girl is huge, like she's built. But then you go over to the man's side and it was like a almost 500 pound squat.
Yeah.
And that dude is a monster.
You just look at the difference.
Massive.
Yeah.
They're able to build more muscle faster, and because a woman's body biologically is not meant for that. You can push the limits. Women do. They take supplements, not they don't make themselves a man to become stronger. They just take supplements and do it right. But there's a limit. There's a biological limit of what a woman can do.
Yeah, okay, so the woman, I was way off on these. The woman's record squat was 603 pounds.
Damn.
The men's record squat is 1,036 pounds.
Yeah, that's quite a big difference.
That's a huge difference.
That's a squat for a man?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 pounds.
That's a lot of, damn.
But the scary thing about it is like anybody could identify as a woman if they wanted to in this day and age. So that's like saying, I think this was a joke off the Chappelle Show. That is like LeBron James going and identifying as a woman and scoring 850 points in the WNBA. There would be
But
no
the-
competition anymore.
But they allow that now?
Yeah, they're literally making it. If you identify as a woman, you can join women's sports, women
So-
competitions.
So
It's
they're-
relatively new for this stuff to be happening.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we're in the
So
beta,
it's not really like there's no like set standards yet.
but
But
do you
there's
think?
no offense to women or men, but this world is coming. It's getting crazy, huh?
There needs to be standards. Like, I'm not saying I can't throw any of my opinions out there because I don't know, but
See, I don't know either. I'm just saying,
You
but
can-
it
you can
is.
throw
It's
your
kind of
opinion
crazy,
out
right?
there.
'Cause-
Opinion-
200-pound man should not go up weightlifting against like a 300, 200-pound woman.
The scariest thing in the world is there's a transgender woman that was a man that's in MMA and fighting women. You know what I mean? They could kill him because of how big. I don't know. They're retired now, but Fallon Fox is her name. She's a transgender woman, but it was a man. Look how big she fucking is compared to him. She is massive. She could literally kill a woman. Like, that's not safe. So where are we gonna draw this line of like, hey, you probably shouldn't be beaten up by, you know, a woman man. I don't know how to say that. Like,
But there should be
politely.
weight classes anyways, right? Well, but still, you know what I mean?
She could slim down.
Yeah.
Guys have more, you know, they could slim down way easier than women because women naturally are more, you know, have more body fat. So it's crazy to me. Like, if you cut neck down, that's a man, like 100%, obviously. So
But you think they're doing that because they can't hang with like in their own division or thing? Maybe?
apparently she was a really good fighter in the UFC, anyways.
I know, but how come they didn't just? Oh, maybe she wasn't getting challenged enough.
So she went to the women's.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's what I'm saying. She wanted to dominate. And I'm not saying like, go ahead, be transgender. I'm not telling you not to be transgender, but like, you got to understand that's not fair. Like, to a woman to be beat the fuck out of by a man legally. Like,
yeah, that is kind of rough, man. I guess you know.
that's just my personal opinion. I know people are gonna have different opinions. Like, oh, that's a woman. Like, they've always been a woman, but physically, that's not a fucking woman. That's a man.
But then the day she does, or he kills one of those women, now it's gonna be a problem. I bet you.
Like, exactly. But like,
Because
until then,
it's never gonna end, man. It's
It's
gonna be
always-
a problem either way.
so it's
somehow.
fucked up. Like, somebody has to die. People have to die before a rule is implemented.
Exactly.
We're
And
always
sometimes
reactionary. We're not
Americans-
proactive. You know what I mean?
Say that again, son.
We're not. We're always reactionary. We're not proactive. Like, we always react. We never, before it even happens, make a law. Something has to
Oh.
happen before a law is implemented.
Right.
That no standing there sign had to be put there because somebody got killed by whatever was dropping there. Like, watch your step. Somebody had to trip and fall before that sign was there. You know what I mean?
Like, dumbass.
And then now it's a law because your dumbass was texting, and now we have barriers everywhere because you can't put down your fucking phone for 2 seconds. You know, now it's a law.
Mhm.
It
And of course, you're right. It happened because somebody did it, and
fucked it up for everybody else.
yeah,
I think it should be pretty obvious you shouldn't hit a woman as a man.
Most of her matches were won by TKO.
No shit.
He lost one time to a
wow.
Yeah, it was to a
man.
woman too. 100%.
Huh?
It was to a woman. Like a
Yeah, it was a woman, but it was a submission. The rest of
Yeah.
all her wins were knockouts or technicals.
It's scary. You're getting hit by a full force man punch. And as a woman that's fragile. I'm not saying women can't be beasts, but
She was inducted into the National Gay and Lesbian Sports Hall of Fame. That's a thing.
apparently. But okay, so that brings us to another point. Like, why can't there be a separate league for them?
That's a good question.
Like,
It can be.
But
Like I'm saying, there's got to be like a set standard for this, so this stuff wouldn't happen again. But
Hey, but see, why? why is this league? The women are not. What is that
They
called
are.
when they?
They're protesting against it.
Yeah, that thing.
they
I
they
mean, you
they
know what I'm
are.
saying? I mean, they say you can't. This guy's beating the shit out of us. You know what I mean?
And they I'm pretty sure they
They want to
did.
be equal with men all the time. So there's, you never know. I don't know.
And then
And I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way.
and another thing is like we can't. I brought up the topic of why aren't they their own league, but then now you're saying they're different. They're too different to put in a regular society. You know what I mean? But then there's an argument of well, the special needs have their own fucking Olympics. Because they're not. I can't say they're not normal because they're normal, but they're not. I don't know how to say that without being offensive.
Well, I mean, just say it, but without being offensive. I mean, say the words. I think they say, well, you can't jump with a guy 7 foot tall, and this guy is right here in a wheelchair, can't jump that high. So there is a difference. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's got to be a difference, but we can't say that about trans people because they're not different. They're just in a different body. They identify.
Different here, though.
I think they are too. I think
And they're
it's a mindset.
here, and I'm not saying in a bad way either. They just think different. They think they're in a class that they belong, or where they can belong in both, here and there. So make a league where, hey, all right, if you want to go here, let's do it. Bring it on.
Say something bad.
What?
Huh?
I was gonna say the make believe league.
The make. Oh my god.
No, but if in my opinion, if you're biologically born a certain gender, that's the area you should compete in.
Yeah, it's just because
Nature, like you said, men's always going to be more.
Well, yeah, that's why they made a women's sports because they wanted to be like women, but so they want, but they apparently they couldn't compete with men, so they made a women's league, right? So now we're having a man can not compete with those men. Now he wants to go with women, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I completely agree where you're going with that because they made it so nobody gets hurt.
Right.
And then now you're saying, oh well, he wants to be there because he believes he's them.
Now he's hurting all those women.
And now
and
he's
shit.
fucking up everybody that he basically goes at. Like he's not
But
breaking
wait till
records.
somebody gets killed though, and you'll see, man. Something's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Hey, can I take a real quick one? Something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Time
We'll read an ad.
I was
Kidding.
reading up on that weightlifter, and apparently she is free to
Choose.
he competed and won 2 golds and a silver in that weightlifting competition, but he's also free to compete at the
Male.
Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
Oh my god, dude. As a female.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you got 2
I
more?
feel like that's where it's gonna blow up. 2020 when he's competing in the Olympics and he brings home
80 medals of the fucking female category. God, dude, that pisses me off just because it's like, I don't understand where they're coming from, but I understand women and men, biology, enough to know that's not fucking fair. That it's just not fair.
like this. Was it? A sport must be categorized by sex and not gender identity.
Yeah.
Where'd you find that at?
The Daily Wire.
Oh,
It's
Women's
just, yeah.
trips on trans athletes, males competing in women's sports is blatantly unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
it started off in what did it start in golf? I guess with that young lady wanted to play in the men's golf league too, compete against men.
That's different though. That's skill level.
No, but I mean it's the same.
I think golf. I don't think would really like. Would that matter?
No, not at all. It's
Yeah.
mostly technique in golf. It's not who's bigger, who's better. It's yes, she has to go. I think like 20 yards back because they go from the women's box, men's box are way back here. That's just kind of how it is. But professionally with golf, I don't find a problem with that because there's no contact. There's no risk of them. The only risk is her beating the fuck out of dudes and them getting embarrassed. in golf.
Or, I mean, but you know how, I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. You know,
There's literally no risk in that, in my opinion. Some people might have a different opinion because there's a different league for a reason.
right? Yeah, but here, women now start thinking, okay, let's bring it to another step forward, which is, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I really don't. But I think when you go to like contact sports, you're right, man. That guy who goes to a women league, like you said, it started, like damn, that's brutal though.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Especially like you said, you said this guy was pretty
He's
big and does
jacked.
squats and all that stuff, man. Damn.
Yeah, he looks built like sculpted like I guess not as tall but like lean as like Conor McGregor did in his prime. Like just like big.
Yeah,
It
I know what you're
wasn't little. It wasn't like a Pacquiao where they're small but built. It was like he was stacked. Like
Yeah.
he's big. He would be a heavyweight in a women's league. But like a middleweight in a guy's league. But yeah, it's scary.
It is, man. Really.
Um, I don't know if you guys care much, but like lately, vaping has been like getting a lot of backlash. Vape, smoke, um, because people are dying lately because of vaping, and personally, I think it's because some manufacturer put out something that's faulty because people have been doing it for a long time, but why all of a sudden the spurts of death now? I think somebody put out a product that wasn't ready and are selling it everywhere. People are buying it everywhere. So it's getting in, people buy like aftermarket shit all the time because it's cheaper. And I think people are buying shit from China or wherever that wasn't tested right.
Either that or they're mixing it. They're mixing stuff that doesn't go together. And like you said, that aftermarket, black market, whatever you call it. Can I say black market? I don't know. Anyway, but I don't know. I'm just saying. But I think that's what I heard, that they're mixing it or they're
not buying it from credible people.
yeah, it's from that other market.
It's stupid because they act like it's a problem, but they're banning vaping now. They're banning e-cigarettes places. In India, they banned it completely. Like you're not even allowed to make them anymore, let alone sell them. So now they're forced to go back to cigarettes, which are 10 times worse for you. You know what I mean?
I don't understand the ban. Because cigarettes they're worse.
They're way worse. So you're basically incentivizing people to go back to their bad habits just because the other people that died bought shit that was shady. Every single case that they died from, they bought aftermarket products. It was not name brand.
You see, I didn't know about that.
So it is from aftermarket.
Yeah, but that's not what the news is telling people. They're telling people that vaping killed these guys. That's the headline. Guy dies from vaping.
Yeah, you're right, man. It just became like news and fast. It's just all of a sudden all these bat dropping.
So it's another thing when I said cancel culture. They're like, oh, someone died, cut it out. They're not investigating it. They're not. There's no due process of where did he get it from? Why did they die all of a sudden? Why after 12 years that vaping has been out, that now all of a sudden there's a string of deaths? Obviously, there's something that came out that wasn't good for human consumption.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that sounds like my grandson, huh?
Yeah, that's Isaiah.
Go Papas, go Papas.
Oh my god. Hey, resub. Oh, hey, Quail resub too earlier. Thank you, Adam.
No problem.
What's up?
They subscribed to my channel again.
Huh?
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
followers than people you're following. That's what's up.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. By
Fuck
two.
yeah. By two? So
Yeah, I don't have
another
my phone on, but
another thing that's awkward. Not awkward. You made me say awkward because you're smiling, Dad.
uh,
That's kind of like, I guess you could say it's awkward, or it's not very popular. That's getting like kind of not backlash, but like people don't like talking about it. Is ASMR. Do you know what that is, Dad? ASMR. So
ASMR. ASMR?
ASMR. It's not. It's just a acronym. It stands for auditory sensory meridian response. ASMR. So
Is that right?
Tingles in the back of your head.
so like
When you hear a certain sound.
so Dad, trying to think what you would get out of. So when
Mine's like pencil, like on. Like,
yeah,
that was like drawing.
so like
You
you're
get paper. I get like the tingles.
so like
Yeah.
when it's very quiet, Dad. Say
You'll find your ASMR and you'll like.
you'll know it. You'll know it if you feel it. So has anybody ever like mumbled in your ear real close, like a low voice, and you got like tingles? Oh my god! Yes or no? Have you ever got that feeling? No. Oh my god!
Okay.
So you got like tingles, like it made you feel weird, like you got the chills almost.
Hell yeah.
So that's what ASMR is essentially.
Oh yeah?
So like if you have, now you have a word for it. So if like
ASMR.
He used that completely wrong. One
yeah,
time.
he is. But like, I get it when somebody is soft spoken explaining something to me. I remember my first instance of ever getting that sensation. I didn't know what it was. It was like 5th grade at Wilson. Miss Franco was talking to me over my shoulder, but very quietly and like softly because it was in the middle of class, and she was explaining something to me. And I got this feeling in the back of my head that felt really good. And after that, I kept asking her questions during like the silent times so she could just talk to me. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was so fucking weird, but it's a
Oh
thing.
my god, it's in the
100
blood.
It's 100% a thing.
Oh my gosh.
But some people get it from different things. Some people like tapping, and like it'll make them like get chills.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Some people like people eating, like they love that sound. I hate it. I hate that sound.
There's this video I got saved. It's it's kind of weird, but it's like it's like a guy doing like suit measurements.
Suit measurements?
Like really quiet, and you can hear like the tape measure, and
Damn man. That's...
and it gives me like tingles. Like I watch it every now and then.
Hey man, have you ever gone to get a haircut and they buzz behind your ear and they go, dude,
Yeah.
that makes my eyes go. It's like, you know?
That's like ASMR. It's not. It doesn't even have to be sexual. Like you don't, get off on it.
I know it doesn't mean to be sexual, but it feels like it, kind of.
It does. It does.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, honey. I'm just saying what it feels like. I'm not saying.
That's why he gets his haircut like every fucking week. Just to go there.
I get a haircut even if I don't need one.
Right. Like just clean me up.
Right here, especially right in this area right here.
But I had a thing for cranial nerve things where a doctor visit basically. I had a thing for latex gloves that sound, and then them like telling you to do shit like follow my finger, something like that. Like that would always, make me feel like, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I have really weird ones.
That is crazy, man.
But it always has to be soft spoken or like no homo, a deep voice. Either soft spoken or a deep voice. Like those both like, yeah.
Like hello.
Yeah. So like
That was it.
Adam and Nathan always used to hate it because I always used to like go like really like close to the mic and talk like that, and that's
in my ears.
yeah, that's what they do. They talk really low into the mic and like almost like a radio host. I think a lot of people claim to have ASMR when Howard Stern always used to come on, because
Oh,
he has
remember that
such a
one when
deep
he put
voice.
that big woofer over, or yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh
So like he would do that, and a girl would sit on the speaker.
my God.
Jesus.
Adam, where's your microphone? Oh, there it is. Damn.
Yeah, he has it out of frame now because somebody mentioned it that it
Uh,
was.
Quail.
Yeah, cool.
I think that's pretty cool, though, man.
Oh, that,
You bring it over there and say, "Hey, in the weather today, let's partly cloud." Oh shit! See what you did by my ear, doesn't
um, do you guys know what the word pussy actually means?
it? Yeah.
It's not what you think it means.
what do you
Oh.
mean? What it means?
Like, you know how like some people call you a pussy? It's not a vagina. I thought it was.
Can't say
Forever.
vagina. You have to say with JJ.
Whatever. It's short for pusillanimous.
Huh?
Yeah, look it up, dude. It's a word.
Yeah, it's like a kitten.
No. Pusillan. It's a first search. What does it mean?
Pussy. Oh, it's like pussy. Oh, it's because it's the pussy and the anus together. It's pusillanimous.
No. What does it mean, Adam?
Showing a lack of courage or determination.
A
Timid.
pussy.
Yeah, but no one's fucking.
No one knows that. Nobody knows that, bro.
No.
What is it called?
It's pusillanimous.
No, no. What is it meaning?
Showing a lack of courage and determination.
A pussy.
Really?
Yeah.
You pusillanimous.
No one
Right.
says it, so that's why they shorten it to pussy.
Show me your lack of courage, baby.
Oh my god.
I am determined. Oh, my
Oh yeah, Latin word.
But people
Yeah.
people always associate it because like people get offended because like, why is it that when somebody is weak you call them a woman's vagina basically? It was like, no, that's not what it means. So now you guys know that they can't get offended by it because it's an actual word. It's just short for something.
Oh, short.
It's short for
Yeah,
pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous is short for pussiless.
Pussiless.
Miscellaneous.
Very small.
Yeah, instead of miscellaneous, it's miscellaneous.
Pussillanimous.
That's fucked up.
Oh man, that is.
Oh my goodness.
How did you find that subject?
I saw it on what was it before it got shut down? What's that thing called, Adam? Where like they didn't get shut down, they just changed their policy.
What?
Not P. It's like where you go on the site and then there's like there's a picture and then there's like those replies. I don't know what it's called. They used to be really big with porn and they changed it and now it's basically dead. They changed the
forum?
policy. It was a social media
Tumblr?
site. Tumblr, that's what it was. Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous.
That's some shit they'd say too.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
I recently watched a movie. It's called Lifeless, but it's like life/less. And the concept really intrigued me, and I want to know what you guys would do in that situation. So there's this old guy that has cancer. He's gonna die, whatever. He has a month to live. Some really rich people come up to him and say, "Hey, how would you like to extend your life? Like, how are you gonna do that?" They put him in. They basically take him. They show him a body. Say that could be your body. They're just gonna switch minds. And they're like, "Oh, where'd you get the body? Oh, it's synthetically made.
It was.
Huh?
What'd you say the movie was called?
Lifeless.
There's that guy Reynolds that shows on it, huh?
Yeah, Ryan
Selfless.
Reynolds. Selfless. That was called.
Self/less, yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, I didn't really do it. I'm all about fucking.
but
Because it
what,
sounds like a cyberpunk kind of body modification. Fucking. That's why I love the Netflix show Altered Carbon.
yeah.
Basically the same thing.
Aoki's in that. Yeah. So, what would you guys do in that situation? The old man was in a body of somebody that was willingly gave up their body for money because they're struggling, what would you do? Like, well, morality, or even like, if you had the money, would you take another person's life just to save yours? Like, put you in that body.
Would I take another person's life?
So, like, say, Dad, in your situation right now, you have a hurt back. Say there was a chance for like $100,000, you could be in a body that worked and was younger, but you had the same mind, you had the same memories, same everything. But you have to keep taking pills to destroy that other person's self-conscious. You're basically killing somebody for you to live.
I know, man. I take whatever comes to me with a grain of salt, buddy.
So you, even if you had the option to just to be like, all right, sure.
I wouldn't do that, man. I can't. It's because I know myself. I just can't. I mean, people, I'm sure they'll jump right on it, I'm sure, but I can't do that because I know forever, I know that guy just died because of me or something, you know?
He had a family, like,
Yeah, right. And he could have had a perfect family, which in that case he did.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But like, you had to go through what he was saying and his struggles to know. And like, I think that's what we're lacking now is we can't walk in each other's shoes. We don't know what's going on in our lives for us to end up where we're at. And I think that's kind of how they interpreted that movie, kind of to make you see like he was an asshole saying, "Oh, I can, you know, it's my life, I'm doing it." But then now he's like, "Oh, this is somebody else's life. You know, this is not my body. This is his body." But the only reason he gave it up is because his daughter was dying. He basically gave up his life selflessly for somebody else's, for his daughter.
Yeah.
It was a pretty deep concept, and I was just wondering, like, what would you guys do, like, in that situation? Like, if you found out the body you were living wasn't yours.
I don't think if I didn't have any family, I'd be a dick. Sorry.
It was mine now.
Later.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do that. I'm just saying. Oh, man.
I think, I don't know.
What do you guys think, though, man?
If it was presented to me and it was like I was already gonna die anyways, I might do it. I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know the person. People die every day.
I'd do it.
no backstory, just I do it.
If I had the money, because 100,000 is a lot.
Yeah, but what if your insurance covered it?
Then yeah, I'd do it.
You just got to pay on it for the rest of your life. But now you got a whole new set of lives. You know what I mean?
And the government owns me.
Yeah. Now you're gonna become a spy.
I don't own myself anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
You're basically leasing your body now.
Mhm.
I feel like that's what we're gonna come to as well.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Do you think we're gonna be alive?
No. Maybe. Depends if it comes sooner than I'd fucking.
You'll jump off that at 98 years old. Basically, as long as you don't, I know Alzheimer's runs in my family, so like as long as I don't develop Alzheimer's, I feel like if it does come at the end of your life, you'll still be okay as long as your brain's, you know, still there. Because the first thing to go is, you know, your body, like your organs, not your brain. Your brain's still fine at 90 years old most of the time, 100 years old, you're still there, but physically everything else is shutting down.
It's past its limit.
Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know, if you could add a couple years onto that, that'd be dope. But then we get into this whole weird state of how long can the brain actually last? You know what I mean?
Never know.
You're going to be 140 and
We'll have artificial brains.
how the fuck? Something's going to...
Artificial hearts.
Yeah, but this thing thinks for you. So you're not even, it's not going to be your brain anymore.
All just electric currents.
Right. But at that point, you're not even human. You're something completely different.
Yeah, that's the whole fucking.
You won't even have your own thoughts anymore. They could tell you, oh yeah, we're just gonna reboot your brain, but now you're thinking what they want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that. I'd rather die me.
Pusillanimous, or what do you call it?
Pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous.
Yeah. A philanthropist for pussy.
You get a fucking metal brain, and they're just gonna stream ads straight to your fucking thoughts.
Right.
It's like, fuck, now I really want to coke right now.
Right. They just inject cravings. Like I need some.
Yep.
I need some hot wings.
Hey, don't talk like that.
Yeah, I
man.
really need. I want some hot wings to be honest. This sounds good.
Yeah.
I guess to end on like a controversial note, because I don't have a happy note for my thing. It's actually funny. In my opinion, it's really funny. A couple weeks ago, Donald Trump got in another Twitter beef, which he is known for. I enjoy this presidency just for the beef online. Honestly, he's a child. He's an entertainer. I love what he's doing in that aspect. I hate what he's doing with the country, but as an entertainer, he's fucking hilarious. Yeah. So this is what he said, because there was a program on NBC that was hosted by John Legend. Yeah.
He's dead.
John Legend? No, he's not.
Isn't he one of the Beatles?
No. No.
I thought who's
dead?
so? Oh, that's John Lennon Mellencamp, huh?
Yeah, that's John Lennon. Anyways,
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. I messed up. Sorry.
So Donald Trump saw the program, and it was about something about Free America because the criminal justice campaign, whatever. And then he went. This is the direct quote. It says, "When all the people pushing so hard for criminal justice reform were unable to come even close to getting it done, they came to me, saying as to Donald Trump, as a group and asked for my help. I got it done with the group of senators and others who would never have done it, have gone for it. Obama couldn't come close. A man named whatever and many others were profusely grateful at the time. I signed it into law. No one else did, and Republicans deserve much credit." So he's basically taking all the credit for what has been done for years and years and years. It wasn't just, I'm president, this is getting done. You know, this has been worked on for a long time. It just happened to be him in office when it got reformed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he took all the credit. And then right after that, he said, and then guys like boring musician John Legend and his filthy mouthed wife, which we'll get into her, are talking now about how great it is, but I didn't see them around when they needed help getting it passed. Okay, so after that, John Legend basically just, he's classy. All he said was, imagine being president of a whole country and spending your Sunday night hate watching NBC's hoping anybody will praise him. Melania, please praise this man. He needs you. So he basically shots fired, but in like, kind of like a nice way,
In a nice way.
It wasn't mean, but Chrissy Teigen, his wife, was my favorite response in the world. She says, "LOL, what a pussy ass bitch. Tagged everyone but me in honor, Mr. President." And then she repeated the phrase in another tweet, poking fun at her daughter's upcoming first day of school. So it says, "Luna, remember the night before your first day of school when mommy was making your sign and the pussy ass bitch president had the 9th meltdown of the day?" Like, she's just basically flaming on him. And then she said, "The absolute best part of his tweet is I literally didn't speak in the special, nor was I mentioned." So basically, he was just throwing shade at people. That was one of my favorite stories to read. Just because they're back and forth and cussing at each other.
That's why I follow Donald Trump on Twitter.
It's funny.
That only reason, because he's fucking clown.
I don't know who I'd rather have as president, though. Like,
President, but I don't think he understands like what he puts out there.
I think there's some. I think
What
he's
consequences and shit are.
because he's used to being a $1 billion spoiled ass brat that just I'll pay for the consequences. You know what I mean? I'll just pay. Here. What do you want? He'll settle in court whatever he says that's wrong, or daddy will.
Yeah.
But like I'm torn because I really like what he's doing as an entertainer and keeping things like he's basically bringing politics into pop culture now, which is dope. I like it, but I don't agree with what he stands for. I think somebody has to stir shit up on the left for me to actually want to vote.
No, I'm looking at his Twitter.
Yeah, he's outrageous. What do you think, Dad?
I think he's crazy, man. He's
Yeah.
gonna drive us into war. That's all I know.
Why do you think?
Just because I think he promises too much, man, and he doesn't do what he says he's gonna do.
Isn't that every president ever though?
Well, some of them, they didn't. This isn't every case, and he gets caught lying for about everything.
Yeah.
And he denies it, and then they show the video where he was saying it.
He like literally says it.
I know he literally says it, man. It's like I've never seen another president be in the media as much as him.
And that's why I think he's bringing
I'm not saying-
politics into pop culture. Like, I mean, like everybody wants to follow it because what the fuck is this crazy man gonna say next?
Well, everybody says something because he knows that he doesn't like being talked about or his family, so they get tweets back against him.
Mm-hmm.
He'll argue with the smartest of all people.
He'll
I'm not
argue
saying
with
anybody's
nobody.
small, but I'm just saying as far as Hollywood, as far as stuff like that.
Like
You
say
say
if he,
about him, man. He's right out. That he don't sleep at night, man.
like that's basically saying if I was to tweet back at him something like really bad, like trashing him and his wife, whatever. If he sees that tweet, he's gonna reply to me.
Reality, man.
Yeah, me personally. That's crazy.
And no other president is even on the phone as much as he is.
Nobody's on Twitter like he is. Like it's
That's what I'm saying.
like maybe Obama was on Twitter, but it wasn't Obama. It was his PR. Like it wasn't him. Obama wasn't sitting there tweeting. I picture Donald Trump in the fucking White House or playing golf in between holes. He's like,
Right,
he's
it's your
texting.
turn.
Right. He's just Donald Trump's taking stabs at Chrissy Teigen or Barack Obama or Michelle Obama for nothing. He just wants to start shit. He's bored. I'm not saying I don't know. Personally I don't agree with his politics. I do like him as an entertainer, like I said.
Do you think his woman likes him? Do you
No.
think his woman really loves him?
You know what she does? She likes green cards and green money. That's all she likes. That's it.
I just
That's all it is. Like she got into the country because of him, like a visa and no green card. She's actually a citizen, and so is her parents because of him.
Yeah.
But then he was talking about how he doesn't want anybody to come into this country anymore, but he's letting in his wife's immigrant parents.
Did you see the pictures of the wall he's building?
No.
They started work on the border wall, and there was a guy. I forgot who it was, but he he climbed over it, and like he's like this wall does absolutely nothing to stop people from getting over or something. He's like, it's a picture of him sitting on top of the wall, and everyone's like pissed off at him because like I don't think you understand what this wall means. It's not for you to climb over. It's just like don't come over here.
I think that it's just stupid. It symbolically, I get like the wall, whatever, but to have a literal wall for our tax money to pay for a literal wall is the stupidest thing in the world.
It looks like a shitty wall.
It's probably gonna be a shitty wall because who the fuck are you gonna get to build it? The Mexicans are the ones that build everything. We're gonna build something that keeps us
Then
out.
pay for it.
Huh?
It was like I'm gonna build a wall and make them pay for it, and then the fucking like we're not paying for it.
Yeah, Mexico basically said, "Why? We're not paying for that."
If I'm paying for it, I put a door in it and shit.
Right? Why the hell? we're gonna build it, pay for it, and you're not gonna expect us to have loopholes in it, to get in. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
just
Then they
says
said, how far can you build that damn wall, man? You can still go around that sucker somewhere.
right. You can swim around it,
Right.
both sides, and I
Fly,
think
fly over it. Somebody else saying, you can just fly.
catapult. There's gonna be interesting shit.
I don't know. That guy, he's crazy, really. I don't know, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like what he's doing. I think, guys, that's all we have for today. We went for hour 25. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It was longer than an hour, I guess. So if you guys want have anything else to say, I mean, Dad, anything?
Not at the time. Ask Adam first.
What about you, Adam?
Hey, did you guys hear? Sorry, Adam. Did you guys hear about there was a guy that jumped into the lake over here on?
Oh, to hide from the cops.
Yeah, to have from the cops, and we passed right by, man, and they were out there with flashlights and shit, man. And I don't know if they were found the guy. Did you hear him in the news?
I heard it in the news, but I don't know if he got caught or not.
Can you imagine that guy just jumping in the lake, man, and like, where does it,
He has a fucking straw.
Right, he like, yeah, man, that's crazy what people would do just to. I don't even know what he did. I mean, nobody's said anything. I haven't heard anything. I really haven't watched TV
I know
today.
nowadays people run for nothing.
Yeah.
Like they run just because they see sirens. They don't even know what they fucking did.
I get nervous every time a cop's behind me.
I do too. I get nervous, but I'm not gonna park my car.
I'm
and
not
run.
gonna fucking book it. Like get out of my car and start running.
Especially if they're already after me. Like why? You literally, yeah. And then you're gonna be in the news. Police brutality. You fucking ran. You know what I mean? Like you should get hit.
You know what I thought was funny too, man, was whenever I was driving and stuff, and I had a passenger. Right? You guys were there, or Nico was, And I'm driving, and there's a cop coming, and next thing you know, I start talking. I would be jumbling and just mumbling some shit, and they're like, "What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?" I don't know why. Every time I saw a cop, man, I started.
You have to act casual.
Oh man, you know this stuff. I just like, what the fuck you talking about, man? And as soon as you pass by, I'm like, oh no, it's cool, man. Never mind. I don't know why, and I wasn't even doing nothing wrong. But every time I saw a cop, man, it fucking made me nervous. It's weird.
It's sad.
It is, man. But I did it every time. Your Uncle Mike be like, "Hey, dude, who are you talking to?" Oh shit, man.
I remember I've gotten pulled over like a couple times. Never a ticket, but I've always just been pulled over for no reason. And I always tell Bree when I'm gonna get pulled over every time. Like I just know. Like it's happened so much because it's just like Bree, me and her were driving. A cop pulls out, and I'm like, "We're gonna get pulled over." She's like, "No, we're not." The cops. I'm like, "Bet." And then we just get pulled over. And there was one time a guy followed us from Horseshoe Lake to Fairview and pulled me over in Fairview.
Dang.
Yeah. And he was like, "How's it going?" And then another cop comes by and he's looking at my car, and I'm like, "Good." Like, do I need to? He just says, "Were you wearing your seatbelt the whole time?" He didn't ask me for license or registration, nothing. He's like, "Were you wearing your seatbelt the whole time?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes, sir." He's like, "All right, you guys have a good day." That was it. They followed me that far just to see if I was probably aggressive with them or something.
Right.
It's just insane. Everybody's like, "How do you know they're gonna pull us over?" And then
You can tell by the way they drive.
yeah, and because I'm brown. There was a girl in Ross's. I don't know if it was Ross or something like that. Yeah, that store. We were being followed. I said, "Babe, we're being followed." She's like, "No, we're not." I'm like, "I know we're getting followed because we were around this whole store and that lady's behind us this whole time." And she's like, "Well, why do you notice things like that?" I'm like, "Because it's fucking scary. That's why." Like, you don't... Like, Adam doesn't have to fucking worry about that shit. I know he doesn't.
Nope.
It's just sad. Like, people are just very biased. just on color. And it's not, and people don't think it is because you don't live it, but people that live it, you can't deny it, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty rough, man. Sometimes it can be rough.
I feel like we're getting better though. I think people are so scared of being judged like that. They're just scared to say anything about blacks or Mexicans or anything. Like Adam was telling me the other day, like he didn't know if it was right to say Japs. Like is that a slur? Like he was scared. You know what I mean? If you said that in public.
Well, it just sounded because I was telling Avery, it's like Avery wanted to know what we were doing. I said we're at the Jet Festival, and I was like, that sounds bad, but I just shortened Japanese
Right.
in my head.
You didn't mean anything by it, but somebody takes that out of context. Like you're calling Japanese Japs.
I mean, it's kind of
word.
hard though too, because if you think about it, you know, you said Japs. I mean, they say, hey, where you at? You say, oh, I'm at the Mexican festival, you know.
Right.
But you don't say, hey, I'm over here at the white festival. You know what I mean?
Because it's not a
You
white
just say, I'm just over here in Fairview, you know, with the whatever, you know. But you don't say quite, you know. I don't know. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Well, Mexican festival is the thing, but it'd be different if you said, "Oh, I'm at the Wetback Festival." Like that's fucking racist. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that.
Sorry, man. Oh, there, man, with the wetbacks, man.
Yeah, this is a bunch of beaners.
Yeah, they got good ass food, man. Good beer.
Have you tried these taquitos? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But like people, I don't get offended by that. I will never get offended by it because that's fucking hilarious.
I don't either, man. Like I said, it's a sensitivity in a person.
But if you're pointing at me, calling me a wetback like that aggressively, that's offensive. Whatever you're saying, pointing at me like that, you could be calling me something I'm not. Like, but if you're pointing at me aggressively and calling me something, that's just aggressive.
Right.
Racist or not. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. I mean, it's hard. You don't even know what to say sometimes, right? It's whatever, you know, whatever comes out of your mouth, you can get in trouble nowadays.
Anything.
I've
had to delete some streams because some shit I say on accident. But it's just what I'm used to saying.
Well, you know, I don't think it's that bad or anything, but you know, but if you just keep on and just keep, you know, like you trying to get your point across and you keep saying it, that's different. That's just wrong. You know what I mean?
It's just kind of ignorance.
Yeah, we're just trying to kind of explain how it's kind of hard to explain where you're.
Yeah, I'm terrible at explaining myself.
Yeah, exactly.
If I get caught out like saying something bad, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I guess I said it.
Yeah. You know, or just say, hey, so how do I say it? That way next time I don't.
Get learned. Yeah. I don't know.
You got to live and learn. Oh, man.
Well, I think it's getting late for the old man.
Yeah, Adam, look at that guy.
Yeah, look at him. He's so tired.
Took a 45-minute nap before this.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. Hey, so what do you got to advertise there?
Me, nothing.
Yeah, just if you were advertising right now on the air, what would you advertise?
My girlfriend's or fiance's business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But right next to you.
This is some off-brand fucking water, Dad. It's on Walmart. It's a great value.
Oh, that's not water. It's fucking vodka, man.
Cheats and chong shit. But yeah, I think this is where we're gonna end it. Dad, thank you for coming on, especially short notice. Fuck you, Nathan, for not coming.
Who?
Nathan.
Oh.
Nathan was supposed to be on and he canceled.
Yeah.
It
happens sometimes.
As always, Adam, thanks for co-hosting with me. And and if you guys want to watch this not live, it's always on my YouTube channel Monday around my lunch at work because that lunch I just posted. So yeah, my YouTube channel is Pixmarta. Adam, you can follow him at Instagram at ace516. Dad doesn't like to be followed by very random people, I guess.
But just holler, man.
Yeah, he'll be on, I'm sure, in the near future as well. I want to try to get a lot of people in here and try to debate like a bunch of topics, but we'll see how that works. I can't even get fucking one person, so.
All right. So what did we learn here tonight?
Racism bad.
Right.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, we
Right.
can't say shit.
But you can say pussalophagus and shit.
Pusillanimous.
Oh, pussillanimous.
No way to call someone a pussy.
Yeah.
Now you guys know, get learned. It's not
Right.
derogatory towards women, it's a word.
Right.
Short
Pussy.
for a word.
Pussy.
And sorry, one more thing. Sorry, I know we keep trying to end it, but on Borderlands 3, they used to be called midgets. They're called twinks now or some shit like that. Tinks.
Wings.
Tinks shit. Yeah, they're called tinks. So
Ting, 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 ting,
right,
ting,
I feel like
ting.
that's more offensive than midget.
That's worse.
Right.
It sounds weird. I don't know what a tink is, but it sounds bad.
No, especially like there's a community or something. Oh, ting, 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 ting.
Right,
You know,
little people. They call them.
you can't say little people.
I think little people is what you're supposed to call them.
Oh yeah, he's just littler than me.
You can't call them dwarfs. You can't call them midgets. But like,
So why do they make up those words? That's weird, huh?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just funny because we're playing a game. Because in Borderlands 2, they used to be called midgets,
Yeah.
and then now in Borderlands 3, they're called tinks because I guess midget's offensive.
Huh. But you know, there was a difference between midgets and dwarves, though.
I didn't know that. I thought they're all
Yeah,
just little.
midgets. I think I'm thinking, and don't take me wrong, whoever's watching this stuff. I'm just saying that I think dwarfs are like it's real skinny and little. I'm not saying that. They could be dwarfs that are probably the other way around. Midgets were
Small.
chubbier, right?
I think dwarfism.
They had like shorter
Shorter
arms
limbs.
and the chubbier legs and stuff.
I'm not.
It's gonna sound weird.
I was about
See
to
what
say
I
I
mean?
don't want to get in on this,
How to
Dad.
explain yourself?
Yeah, see, Adam, would you start it?
I just call
I'm not
them
trying to make fun of it. I'm just
little
saying that.
people.
Yeah, because a dwarf isn't that like an elf?
No. Dad, dwarfism
Dwarf, I
is an
think
actual
like
disease.
Huh?
Dwarfism is an actual disease, or this. I mean, it's not even a disease. They're not sick. It's a.
They're Santa's people, man.
That's an elf.
Oh,
Jesus, Dad.
It's a medical condition,
Yes, medical condition.
genetic or
so
medical.
a dwarf is a medical condition?
It's also
Dwarfism.
called short stature.
See, midgets are funny. I don't give a fuck. It's funny.
They're awesome people too, though.
They're people, like,
Huh?
but they're midgets.
See, and see what I just said? They're awesome people, so we're putting them in a category. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
exactly.
that's why it sounds messed up.
It's,
Just like us Mexicans, you know what I mean? So now we're out fucking
yeah, our people.
Everything we say is offensive, so we can't even talk anymore.
We can't even talk about it, right? It's fucking.
Right.
I just think
So-
it's funny.
So this podcast was friendly.
This podcast will probably be. I'm not editing it. It's gonna be up Monday, sometime at lunch. If you guys want to watch it, Pixmarta YouTube, Pixmarta Twitter, Pixmarta obviously on Twitch if you're watching it right now. Pixmarta with 2 A's on Instagram if you want to follow me on there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Here is some lo-fi to bring you guys out. Thank you guys.
Lo-fi?
Some hip hop.
Oh.
Thanks for being on, Dad.
Hey, yeah, man. Anytime, man. I try to, you know.
I had a lot of topics today, and then we got off topic a lot.
Yeah, because
I like it.
I'm a little off. But I learned a lot today. You can learn a lot from it, Emmy. What are you reading, Adam?
On the
Midgets.
Wikipedia page for midgets. It has its own Wikipedia page. I'm trying to find out if it's like offensive. It
Right.
can be
Well, yeah, find out what's not
pejorative.
offensive.
While not a medical term, has been applied to persons of unusually short stature, often with the medical condition dwarfism.
Dwarfage?
Dwarfism.
Or
They may also refer to anything of such smaller size as normal as a synonym for miniature.
So they're miniature? You can't call him that either. He's a miniature man.
Yeah.
Miniature woman.
I don't know.
Bite size. Sorry.
Bite size. Yeah.
I might have to edit this ending out. That's funny.
No, I'm just saying it was this. I don't know what's offensive or what's not anymore.
Fun size. I'm just candy bars right now.
The fun size candy bars.
Have y'all guys eaten dinner yet?
No, I'm about to go eat a sub.
A sub? Oh, look at that.
Well, he had to go today because they're not open on Sundays.
Hey,
Exactly why I went. I was like, fuck.
you coming over for the game tomorrow?
Me or Adam?
It's you.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, Adam can come too. Bring some of those. What he's got.
They're not open tomorrow
Why not?
because it's Sunday, Dad. That's the Lord's Day.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, that is right. They do close on Sundays, huh?
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
They're losing so much money, but they don't care because Lord says no.
It's the largest chicken, third largest American fast food restaurant.
What do you think about Popeyes, man? There with all that controversy with their buns.
Their bun? What do you mean?
They're running out of buns. And
They're
shit.
running out of chicken.
Oh, they're running out of chicken.
They're running out of everything.
They don't have the brioche bun for their chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's why they sold out.
So how do they run out of chicken? Is that they
No,
don't get
I was kidding. They're running out of the buns. You're right.
the buns?
Yeah.
You gotta have enough buns, huh?
I think we did a topic the last time about that guy's holding them at gunpoint because they wouldn't give him the chicken sandwich. It's fucked up.
That's pretty messed up, right?
He's like, well, give me a chicken sandwich. Like, sir, we're out of buns.
Well, just give me the damn chicken then.
What do you think they're putting in it that they're like that crazy about it? There's lines and lines.
The buns?
Popeyes has good chicken.
Popeyes.
It's just now they finally have a chicken sandwich.
Like, I don't know. If anything, I'd still go to churches. We don't even have Popeyes around here, do we?
No.
Yeah, right there in Collinsville.
Yeah, I go to churches just as far.
Oh, you know what? I like Church's chicken, man. I'm not gonna lie. Those suckers are juicy. They're hot all the time.
And they're cheap.
Ooh, yeah, they got good deals all the time. We can make mashed potatoes here at home, man, and buy some biscuits or something, and 10-piece for what, $8 or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really crave chicken that much.
Huh?
I crave chicken wings.
Oh, chicken wings, chicken, to me, I eat it all, buddy.
All right, guys. Shout out to Quell for subscribing. Shout out to Adam for resubscribing. Thank you. And thank you guys for watching.
Hey, man, shout out me.
I already did.